Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the lowest scorers are the biggest winners. Let's meet today's players. So first, we welcome William and Suzanne. You are our first pair on the show today. How do you two know each other?
This is my younger brother, and we're from Duns in the Scottish Borders.
Duns in the Scottish Borders. What do you do, William?
I'm a sheep farmer.
You are a sheep... What a... See, we haven't had nearly enough sheep farmers on the show, have we?
I think that may be our first.
At this time of year, we were lucky to get you.
Just squeezed it.
Lucky to get you. I mean, you're going to be up all hours, aren't you, for the next few months? Suzanne, what do you do?
I'm a tennis coach.
We haven't had one of those either.
This is awesome.
The sheep farmer tennis coach combo. That's just... You've just got everything covered. That's amazing. So, is that a year-round coaching job?
Yes, I try to keep it year-round. It's sometimes tricky during the winter months, but we do our best to keep going in the cold and the not very nice weather.
Yeah, I bet. What do you do when you're not working, William?
I play a lot of sport, a bit of tennis, a bit of curling.
Richard?
This is the pair that keep on giving, isn't it?
Isn't it?
This is awesome.
They're ticking all the boxes that are so far unticked.
You know what? I bet Suzanne's been on the moon.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here. Very best of luck. Enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Next, we welcome back Ian and Jane. You were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances to reach the Pointless final. This is your last chance. Remind us how you did.
We reached a head-to-head last time. Unfortunately, we didn't know anything about Spice Girls' children.
What are you hoping for today, Jane?
Hoping to get to the end, hoping to win.
Yeah, OK,
hopefully.
Fair enough. What are going to be your means of getting to the end?
Well, food and drink, music, entertainment, TV, sport.
Ian, what about you?
I'm a bit of a plane freak.
Oh, you didn't tell us that last time. A plane freak. So what, you'll go to airports and just watch them come in?
Airports, air shows, air museums.
So is it mainly a military aircraft or
Mostly
domestic,
civilian.
civilian?
I have been known to spend a weekend at Heathrow in a hotel looking over the runway.
I bet you have, Ian. Yeah.
That's what he told me.
Got a lot of numbers, have you, in that little book?
A lot of numbers.
I bet. Well... Anyway, very best of luck to the pair of you. Next, we welcome back David and Dave. You were on the show last time. Remind us how you did.
We fell foul of American TV.
Who would have thought? Everyone says TV. Everyone says that's the category that almost universally comes up when we ask people what they want.
As soon as TV came up, we felt we'd do all right here.
We do all right, and you didn't do all right.
Nope.
No. What would you like to come up this afternoon, David?
I think more films, entertainment, bit of sport.
Dave?
Same. We like the same things.
I've got to ask. Curling?
No, not lately.
No, fencing.
You are going to win that hands down. Well, listen, very, very best of luck to the pair of you. It's great to have you back. And finally, we have got Gail and Tash. How do you two know each other?
We met 8 years ago through a mutual friend, and then we found out recently that she would have really liked to have come on the show, so I don't think we're very popular anymore.
No longer a friend. Will she be watching at home?
Yes. She'll probably kill me for saying this as well, won't she?
Where are you from, Tash?
From Warwickshire.
From Warwickshire?
Leamington Spa area.
Leamington Spa. Lovely. What do you do?
We're both teachers. I teach primary school, so I teach sort of 10 and 11-year-olds, and Gail teaches secondary school, so...
Yeah. What do you teach, Gail?
French and German.
French... Oh, very, very useful. I'm also assuming that implies a sort of knowledge, a working knowledge of France and Germany, as well as just the language.
Little bit, maybe. Little bit.
Surely. Well, that could come in very, very handy indeed. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show. There's only one person left for me to introduce. When he's not reading encyclopedias, he's writing them. Do you like that? He's my pointless friend. He's Richard.
Oh, yeah. Hello. How are you this afternoon?
I mustn't grumble.
Should be a good show. I think we've got 2 returning pairs. Ian and Jane were very, very strong last time. I think they're quite unlucky not to make it to the final. So they will be tough to beat, I think. And David and Dave, we probably didn't see the best of either.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now, we've put all our questions to 100 people before the show, but this is pointless, so we're after the obscure answers they didn't get. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave. And each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Now, nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at a dizzying £5,000. Right, let's play Pointless. OK, in the first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so be very careful that's not you. If anyone gives me an incorrect answer, they will score the maximum of 100 points. OK, our first category this afternoon is sport. Sport. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many football clubs named town or city as they could. Football clubs named town or city. Richard?
Yeah, we're looking for any football club in any of the English professional leagues in the 2010-2011 season whose name includes town or city. By the professional leagues, we mean the English Premier League, the Championship, League One and League Two.
OK, thank you very much, Richard. Now, William and Suzanne, you all drew lots before the show, and this afternoon you get to go first. Yippee, Suzanne. So then, football club, English.
That's OK.
OK,
we're from England originally, and football's not... It's not a great subject, but it's not too bad. I think I'm going to play reasonably safely and go with our local football team from when we lived in Yorkshire, and that is Huddersfield Town.
Huddersfield Town. Huddersfield Town. William, quite pleased with that. Let's find out if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. You're hoping to score as few points as possible, of course. Huddersfield Town. Well done, it's right. Oh, very well done, Suzanne. That's great. 12 points for Huddersfield Town.
Yeah, very well played, Suzanne. Good start, Huddersfield Town. They're in League One, haven't been in the top flight since the 70s.
Very good indeed, well done. Now then, Jane. We are looking for football clubs named town or city.
I think I'm going to go... I think it's Macclesfield Town. I hope.
OK, that's your answer. Macclesfield Town. Again, another nod from Ian. You're hoping to score as few points as possible. Let's see if Macclesfield Town is correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said Macclesfield Town. There we are, it's right. Oh, very, very well done, Jane. That's a great answer. Scores you just 3 points. Richard?
Yeah, well played, Jane. Great answer. They joined the Football League in 1997. Macclesfield Town, currently in League Two.
OK, now then, Dave. Towns and cities and football clubs.
Well, I do like my football, and there's a town that I go through on my regular trips down to Devon, and they are quite new to the league. Yeovil.
Let's see if that's right. You're hoping to score as few points as possible, of course. Is it right? And if it is, how many people said Yeovil Town? Good luck, Dave. It's right. Down it goes. Oh, very well done. Yeovil Town scores you 4.
Yeah, well played, Dave. Formerly the great FA Cup giant killers, Yeovil Town, played on a sloping pitch, but now all the way up in League One.
Thank you very much. So, Tash, we come to you. What is the most obscure football club named town or city you can think of?
I'm going to be honest, this isn't my subject, surprisingly enough, but I'm a Sunderland football supporter. So the only thing I can remember is that we had a negative chant about another team, which was called Swindon Town. So I'm going to say Swindon Town and hope that it wasn't just put into rhyme, it was actually their name.
To rhyme with...
Down.
OK, good. Swindon Town, you're saying? You're hoping to score as few points as possible. Let's see if Swindon Town is right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Swindon Town. Good luck, Tash. Yes, he's right. Very well done, Tash. That's a great answer. Swindon Town, scoring you just 5 points. Richard.
Yeah, well played, Tash. What a brilliant round from everybody. Swindon Town, they've only had one season in the Premier League and managed to concede 100 goals.
OK, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores as they stand. An amazing low-scoring round. On 3 points, Jane. Very, very best answer there. Macclesfield Town, very good indeed. 1 up from you. We come to Dave and David on 4 with Yeovil Town. Then up 1 for Swindon Town on 5. Suzanne, brilliant, brilliant score of 12. Normally, that would have been the lowest score of the lot. But in this low-scoring round, you happen to have the highest score, which means, William, you have your work cut out in the next pass. Luckily, I think you are the man for the job. We're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, remember, we are looking for football clubs named town or city. Now then, Gail. The high scorers are William and Suzanne on 12. If you can score 6 or less, you are through to the next round. Definitely.
I'm not an expert on football at all, and the only town I can think of... A city's going to be really common, so the only town I can think of which I think is correct is Ipswich Town.
Ipswich Town.
I might be completely wrong, though.
There is your red line. If you can get below that with Ipswich Town, you are definitely through to the next round. Let's see if Ipswich Town is right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Ipswich Town. That's right. That's quite a high score. 26 takes your total up to 31. Richard.
Yeah, very well played, Gail. It's a correct answer.
Thanks very much, Richard. OK, David, we are looking for football clubs named town or city. The high scorers are Gail and Tash on 31. You are on 4. If you can score 26 or less, through you go to the next round.
OK, there's been some good answers so far.
Really have, haven't there?
I hope it's not too much of a gamble, but I go for Lincoln City.
Lincoln City. Is it right? How many people said it? There is your red line. If you get below that, Lincoln City sees you through to the next round. Good luck, David. Lincoln City. It is a fantastic answer. It's right. I suspect this will see you through. Ping, yes it does. 5. That's a great answer, David. Scores you 5. Leaves you in single figures with a total of 9. A brilliant total. Richard.
Yeah, very well played, David. A good subject for your team. They did drop out of the league, but are now back in League 2.
Thanks very much, Richard. So now, Ian, I have a feeling we're going to be dazzled. Maybe a pointless answer, if such a thing exists in this category.
Well, I was going to say Lincoln because it's close to where I live, but I'm going to go for another relatively Midlands club, and I'm going to go for Northampton Town.
Northampton Town. Gail and Tash remain our high scorers on 31. You are on 3, thanks to Jane's spectacular answer in the first pass. If you can score 27 or less with Northampton Town, you are through to the next round. There's your red line. Northampton Town, is it right? And if it is, how many people said it? Well done, Ian. Looking good. Yes! Oh, very, very well done. Scores you 5, takes your total up to 8, an even lower total than Dave and David. Richard.
Yeah, very well played, Ian. Northampton Town, the Cobblers, very famously in the 60s, went all the way up from Division 4 to Division 1 and then all the way back down again. Oops.
Yeah. Cobblers. William, you are on 12. Gail and Tash are on 31. If you can score 18 or less with this answer, you are through to the next round. Anything over 18, and we say goodbye to you now. Are you confident?
A lot of my answers have gone, so I'm on my borderline ones now.
OK. OK, Suzanne looking really quite nervous.
It's just whether they're still in the Football League and if they're actual towns, you start to doubt yourself. We've got two, which I'm switching between.
OK.
I think I'm going to have to go for Chesterfield.
Let's see if Chesterfield is right. And if it is, let's see if it can get you down below that red line. Chesterfield, good luck. No! No! Bad luck. Evidently, that is a 100-point scoring answer, which means it must be incorrect.
It's me a town.
It takes your total up to an unbeatable 112. Gail and Tash are your new best friends. But we will have to find out from Richard why that was incorrect. Richard?
Yeah, Chesterfield's just Chesterfield, I'm afraid. There's a couple of pointless answers on the board, though, which nobody got. Let's take a look at them. Shrewsbury Town was a pointless answer. Quite a well-known team as well. Cheltenham Town, who were in League Two, that was a pointless answer as well. Aldershot Town, very, very low score. Some other low scorers. Bradford City was low score. Exeter City was a low score. But Chesterfield, I'm afraid, is just Chesterfield. Let's take a look at the most obvious answers, the ones that most of our 100 people said. Bristol City was 25 points. Ipswich Town was actually one of the highest scorers, but you're through to the next round, 26 points. And Manchester City on 84, far and above everybody else.
Thanks, Richard. So at the end of round one, the losing pair with the highest score, William and Suzanne. As you saw, there were a few pointless and low-scoring towns and cities there. Were you thinking of any of those ones?
I had Northampton was going to be my...
What about those towns? Shrewsbury?
Yeah, I should have, yeah.
Cheltenham?
Easily, yeah.
Aldershot? Oh, dear. Well. You've learned a painful lesson from your first experience on Pointless, but the good news for us is we will see you again next time, when I hope you will make it all the way through to the final. Meanwhile, thanks very much for playing. Great contestants. But for the remaining three pairs, it's now time for round two. Now, obviously, only two pairs can make it through to the head-to-head, so one team in front of me now will be leaving at the end of this round. Your category for round two is literature. Literature. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, our round two question this afternoon concerns celebrity autobiographies and their authors. Celebrity autobiographies and their authors. In this round, we're about to show you a list of autobiographies. We asked 100 people to tell us which celebrities they belong to. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you 6 titles in each pass. The more obscure titles, if you give us the author, you'll score fewer points. If you give us an incorrect answer, you'll score 100 points. There are 12 in all, so see how many you can get at home.
Thanks very much, Richard. So we are looking for the celebrities each of these autobiographies belong to. I love that we say belong to rather than written by. Each of these autobiographies belong to. And we have got Dear Fatty, I don't mean to be rude, but A Long Walk to Freedom, Ooh, What a Lovely Pair, Dreams from My Father, The Woman I Was Born to Be. Let me read those again. Dear Fatty, I don't mean to be rude, but A Long Walk to Freedom, Ooh, What a Lovely Pair, Dreams from My Father, The Woman I Was Born to Be. So then, Jane, there are the autobiographies. You need to supply me with a celebrity, preferably a really obscure one, who wrote one of those books.
Struggling a bit here. I think I'll go for Dear Fatty, which I think is Dawn French.
OK, you're saying Dawn French for Dear Fatty. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. It's right. 26. £26 points for Dear Fatty.
Yeah, Dawn French, 2008. It's just a series of letters to important people in her life. And the Fatty in the title is Jennifer Saunders.
Thanks very much. Now then, David. Autobiographies of the famous.
Struggling as well on this one myself. It's going to be a guess. I'll go for A Long Walk to Freedom, Nelson Mandela.
A Long Walk to Freedom. Complete guess or somewhere at the back of your mind?
Slightly educated, but more a guess
OK.
than not.
Was that a good guess? Let's find out. Is it right? And if it is, how many people said The Long Walk to Freedom, Nelson Mandela? Yes, it's right. It's right. 27. Impeccable grouping. Richard.
Yeah, Long Walk to Freedom from 1994. Nelson Mandela's account of his life and imprisonment.
Gail, you're the last person to have this board. All these books remaindered for you.
Well, I knew Dear Fatty and A Long Walk to Freedom, and I don't know any of the others. So I was really hoping that one of them would still be there. So anything else that I do is going to have to be a guess.
OK.
So I'm working on the basis that, ooh, what a lovely pair has got to be a comedian of some sort. And I've got two in my head, and I don't know which to go with. So I'm going to take a really random plump at Eric Morecambe.
Is it Eric Morecambe? Let's see if that's a good guess or not. How many people said Eric Morecambe if it's right? Bad luck, Gail. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points. Richard.
Yeah, sorry, Gail, it's actually Anton Deck. Oh, what a lovely pair. Would have scored you 10 points. So would have been a very good answer. Dreams from My Father is Barack Obama. Would have scored you 7. I Don't Mean to Be Rude, But is Simon Cowell. Would have scored you 1 point. And The Woman I Was Born to Be was Alexander Armstrong, also 1 point.
We haven't yet...
But it was also, actually, the title of Susan Boyle's autobiography. 1 point.
OK, let's have a look at the scores as we're halfway through the round. On 26, Jane and Ian. Then we go up 1 point to David and Dave on 27. And then we go up an awful lot to Gail and Tash on 100 points. Tash, you've got your work cut out. How good are you on celebrity autobiographies?
I knew 2 other ones on that board.
Right.
I knew the Simon Cowell one, and I knew the
Simon Cowell scored only 1.
I know.
That would have been perfect.
Why didn't you whisper it to me?
Gail, now we know why. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more autobiographies on the board, and here they are. We have got It's Not What You Think, My Bookie Wook, Look Who It Is, The Sound of Laughter, Humble Pie, Moonwalk. I'll read all of those again. It's Not What You Think, My Bookie Wook, Look Who It Is, The Sound of Laughter, Humble Pie and Moonwalk. Now, remember, we are looking for the celebrities that these autobiographies belong to, and you're trying to find the one that the fewest of our 100 people knew. Tash, what's that look like to you, that board?
Not as good as the other one. There's 3 that I know, but I think they're all going to be quite well-known ones. So I think I just have to plump for the one that I think is the least maybe likely. The Sound of Laughter, Peter Kay.
The Sound of Laughter, Peter Kay, you're saying. You are the high scorers on 100, so there's no red line for you. You just have to hope this goes down as far as possible. Let's see if Peter Kay is indeed the author of The Sound of Laughter and how many people said it. $13. 13 points. Is that going to be enough, I wonder, to keep you in the game? Let's see. Richard.
Yeah, good answer. He's released 2 autobiographies, Peter Kay. He did The Sound of Laughter and Saturday Night Peter.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now then, Dave. The high scorers on 113 are Tash and Gail. You're on 27. If you can score 85 or less, You are through to the next round.
Unfortunately, I read more novels than autobiographies. Could say I live in fantasy land. But I think My Bookie Wook was written by Russell Brand.
My Bookie Wook, Russell Brand. Some fierce nodding going on from the assembled company. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. There's your red line. Below that red line, through to the head-to-head. Good luck, Dave. Well done, you're through. 42 for My Bookie Wook. That takes your total up to 69. Richard?
Yeah, big score. He's also done Bookie Wook 2.
Very good. Now then, Ian, you are on 26. The high scorers remain Tash and Gail on 113. You have to score 86 or less with this answer to be through to the head-to-head. What are you thinking of the board behind me? You're the last person to have it, so you can talk through all the books that remain.
I'm thinking this is where we go home. Because I have never seen any of those titles whatsoever before in my life. I'm just going to have to take a completely random stab in the dark and go Moonwalk and Michael Jackson. That's the only thing I can think of.
Moonwalk and Michael Jackson. There's your red line. Let's see if Moonwalk is by Michael Jackson. If it is, let's see how many people said it. Best of luck, Ian. Moonwalk, Michael Jackson. Oh, it's right. Very well done. 34. 34 takes your total up to 60. I mean, it was either Michael Jackson or Neil Armstrong, wasn't it?
Yeah,
come on.
Quite. Or Buzz Aldrin.
Or Buzz who?
Yeah, very well played, Ian. It's a risk, but it paid off. From 1988, Michael Jackson's Moonwalk. And the book was edited by Jackie Onassis. Written by Michael Jackson.
Edited by Jackie
Onassis.
That famous doyenne of the literary scene.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I read it and rang him and said, Michael, it's brilliant.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's take a look at the rest of the board. Humble pie. The clue's in the pie, not in the humble. It's Gordon Ramsay. Would have scored you 5 points. Look who it is. Do you know that one? It's a tough one. It's Alan Carr. It scored you 3, and it's not what you think is the best answer on the board. Very well done if you said Chris Evans. Would have scored you 1 point.
Thanks, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, it's Gail and Tash. It's such a shame to be saying goodbye to you this early on. We will see you again next time, when I have no doubt you will storm through to the final. We'll look forward to that. Thanks very much for playing meanwhile. Great contestants.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are going to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Very well done, Ian and Jane. David and Dave, you've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only one pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which currently stands at £5,000. You're now going to go head-to-head on the best of 3 questions. For each question, each pair needs to give me just one answer, and you are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair, and you will win that question. The pair who get to the best of 3 will be playing for today's jackpot. Let's play Pointless. OK, here is your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Sex and the City characters as they could. Sex and the City characters. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the 4 main characters from the TV series Sex and the City. We're looking for the character names, not the actresses' names, and first names will be allowed.
OK, thanks very much. Dave really not looking at all happy with that. David pretending not to look happy with that. Ian and Jane, because you've played best throughout the show so far, you get to go first.
I'm trying.
OK, go with it. Go.
OK, sounds like Ian has come up with an answer. Jane doesn't have full backing, I'm guessing.
I think there's one called Carrie.
OK, you're going to say Carrie. Carrie, David and Dave, you can now talk out loud. Carrie has gone.
No. Yeah, neither of us watch Sex and the City.
Oh, I could have said Carrie doesn't live here anymore. Sorry, carry on.
Oh. We go for Susan. We go for Susan. Yeah.
OK, Susan. We have Carrie. We have Susan. Ian and Jane have said Carrie. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Carrie. That's right. 48. David and Dave have said Susan. Let's see if that's right. It's 4 names. Could easily be a Susan among them.
No chance.
Could easily be. Let's see if there's a Susan among them. And if there is, let's see how many people said Susan. Bad luck, David and Dave. No Susan on Sex and the City. So after the first question, Ian and Jane are up 1-0. Richard.
Yeah, there's a Susan in Desperate Housewives, but not Sex and the City, I'm afraid. There were 3 answers that would have beaten Carrie. Carrie was the top answer. Let's take a look at all 4. Charlotte York, 24, Miranda Hobbs, 26, Samantha Jones, played by Kim Cattrall, 35, and Carrie Bradshaw, Sarah Jessica Parker, on 48.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. Here is your second question. David and Dave, you have to win this second question to stay in the game. Here it is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many elements that don't contain the letters of their symbol as they could. Elements that don't contain the letters of their symbol, Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any element on the periodic table whose name doesn't contain any of the letters of its chemical symbol.
Thank you very much. David and Dave, you go first this time.
Sodium. What's potassium? It's PB. No, go for sodium then. Sodium. Yeah.
OK, David and Dave.
Yeah. Go for sodium.
You're going to go for sodium. Ian and Jane.
Well, there's some obvious ones like gold, silver, mercury, but potassium. But we think...
Ian says tungsten.
Ian says tungsten. Ian said carry, Jane. That's why you're 1 up.
Yeah.
Ian also says tungsten.
Yes.
Frankie says relax. OK, so we have sodium and we have tungsten. David and Dave, sodium. Let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Sodium. $17 for sodium. Tungsten. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said tungsten. This, if you win it, will see you through to the final. That's right. Oh, and you are through. Oh, and it's pointless. Wow. Wow, we don't get many of those in the head-to-head. That is fantastic. Very, very well done indeed. That adds £250 to our jackpot, taking the total up to $5,250. Very, very well done indeed. And it means that after only 2 questions, you are through to the final in straight sets. Well done, Richard.
Yeah, we should start manufacturing our Ian Says Tungsten T-shirt, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, tungsten's W from Wolfram, which is the German from tungsten, and occasionally an alternative name for tungsten. But there are 9 on the list, and I suspect some people at home will be trying to get all 9 of them, so let's take a look. Tungsten, which is W, that was a pointless answer. Antimony, which is SB, also pointless. Mercury, Hg, 5. Sodium, as we've heard, Na, 17. Lead, Pb, 22. Let's take a look at the top 4. Potassium, which is K, 23. Iron, Fe, 25. And gold in the silver medal position with Au, 27. And silver in the gold medal position with Ag, 29.
Thanks very much, Richard. So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head is David and Dave. Oh, you've come so far.
American TV again.
American TV once again. Do you just not watch it?
No.
Oh, it just seems so unfair. The veterans of so many brave campaigns through Pointless's past. And now we come to this.
We've enjoyed it, though. It's been really good.
Fantastic.
Well, so have we. It's been lovely having you, but I'm sorry you don't carry away a Pointless trophy at the end of it. You certainly deserve to. Anyway, you've been wonderful contestants. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
But for Ian and Jane, it's now time for our Pointless final and the chance to win our jackpot of £5,250. Well, congratulations, Ian and Jane. You've fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy, so very well done. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £5,250. Now, the rules are very simple. All you have to do to win that money is to find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people could think of. We've had one pointless answer on the show today, and you just came up with it just now with tungsten. You only have to find one more pointless answer now to go home with that money. First, though, you've got to choose a category, and you can choose from these 3 options. Here you are. You can have cricket, MPs, or words.
Right, well, how loud do you want us to talk? MPs is a no-no.
MPs is a no-no. You'll have to do cricket on your own.
So, I think...
You'll have to do words on your own. You're on your own. Do you want to do cricket or...?
No, I think we'll do words.
Words? Sure?
I know more about words than cricket.
OK.
I hope.
And he knows a lot about cricket.
We'll go for words, Alexander, please.
You're going to go for words. OK, let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending in tend, T-E-N-D, as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any word that ends in the letters T-E-N-D that appear in the OED. That's the new online edition. Anything with a hyphen in the OED won't count, and any proper nouns won't count. So any words ending T-E-N-D in the OED.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £5,250 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
Well, we don't want obvious things like pretend or...
What about overextend? Is that...
I was thinking of overextend.
Has that got a hyphen? No?
I'm not sure.
Right.
What about distend?
Distend? Overextend, underextend?
Yes. What about hyperextend?
Hyperextend.
Well, we're going to have to go for something completely wild, aren't we?
Yeah, OK. Right.
So...
overextend.
Let's have a think what else.
Can't help you.
I'm thinking. Tend. No.
Let's go with those then.
Mine's gone blank, I think.
Overextend.
Well, let's put distend in just to be safe.
Distend.
OK.
5 left.
OK.
OK.
Yeah.
OK, you have 3 answers. Your minute's up.
We'll go with distend.
Yep.
Overextend.
Yep.
And hyperextend.
Of those 3, I think I can guess which you think is your best punt at a pointless answer.
I think hyperextend is probably the best.
Hyperextend. We'll put that last.
We'll put distend first.
And we'll put distend first. OK, we'll put them up on the board in that order. And here they are. Distend, overextend, hyperextend. There they are. We were looking for words ending in T-E-N-D. You said this was your least confident answer. You only need to find one pointless answer to win that £5,250 jackpot. OK. Let's see if distend is right. If it is, let's see how many people said distend. Good luck. Well, it's right. This gives us a chance to see what our 100 people know about words ending in T-E-N-D. Down it goes, distend into single figures, 8. That's good. I think that's very good. I think we can draw a lot of optimism from that.
Belief.
Unfortunately, that is not a pointless answer, but you knew that wasn't going to be a pointless answer. That was just to look good on the board.
Yes.
You only have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. £5,250. What would you do with that?
Ooh, we'll go somewhere nice.
We will go somewhere nice.
Fly somewhere nice.
I've got a son who lives in Australia, so we might bring forward the plans to go and visit him again.
Very good indeed. Well, very best of luck. We are looking for words ending in T-E-N-D. We are now into a different class of word. These are the words that generally win pointlesses on these sorts of rounds. Sort of portmanteau words. Let's hope nobody said your next answer. This has to be pointless for you to win that £5,250. Let's see how many people said overextend. Overextend. Can't be hyphenated. It has to be one word in the OED. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how far down it goes. Very, very best of luck. This is your second shot at that £5,250 jackpot. Overextend. Well, it's right. It's right. This for £5,250. It has to go all the way down to 0, into single figures. Down it goes. Still going down. That's absolutely fantastic. Congratulations, you managed to find that all-important pointless answer, which means you go home with a jackpot of £5,250. Oh, that's great. Richard, what about that for a pointless answer?
Yeah, brilliant. Well played, Ian and Jane. The perfect team, really, because Jane gave us overextend, which is a pointless answer, and Ian gave us hyperextend, which is also a pointless answer. So,
wow.
Absolutely brilliantly
Belt
played.
and braces.
I'll take you through a few more pointless answers, because I know a few people would have got some different ones at home. There's hyperextend, misintend, mistend, all pointless answers. Obtend, to proffer an opinion, that's pointless. There's overextend. Reintend. Repetend, which is the digit or digits which are repeated in a recurring decimal fraction. And stend, which is to leap or bound, also a stick used by a butcher to hold open a carcass. Rather charmingly. But very, very well done. 2 pointless answers and money well earned.
And how? Well, thanks once again to our winning players, Ian and Jane, who go away with today's jackpot of £5,250. Join us next time and we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.